One of the most anticipated LR EZAs is coming to JP Dokkan, but was it worth the wait? How is it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the info tweeted out by JP Dokkan for the upcoming LR EZA for the INT Full Power BOUJACK. We'll be talking about what this unit does, kind of going over where I think he can fit into what teams, giving my overall assessment, and then talking about when he should be dropping on JP Dokkan. So let's go ahead, let's hop over to the Dokkan Wiki Twitter here. So far as me recording this video, they're the only people to have tweeted out the info and the translations for this EZA. So shout out to them doing the great work that they do. So starting out on his leader skill, he is now key 4 for extreme int types and HP attack and defense 120%, and super int types key 3 HP attack and defense 90%. So this was kind of to be expected. All of these sort of LR EZAs, the Neo LRs, they pretty much have had this leader skill, so there shouldn't have been any surprises there. Honestly, I would have preferred it just to be, you know, just a flat int types key 4 120%, but you know what, that's neither here nor there. It's fine. You're not going to be running him for a leader unless you're running like Battlefield or something, right? But otherwise I wouldn't worry too much about it. What we are concerned with is what he does on his super attack and his passive. So let's start with the super attack. His super attack is now raising defense for 1 turn in conjunction of what it did before, which was to raise extreme class allies attacks by 40%. This is a hugely beneficial skill, right? Units that can do this, like buff the allies on the attack, is huge, right? Especially in situations where you can actually pull it off with them in the first slot, right? Obviously, he's going to be more of a 3rd slot floater, which is fine, but typically you want to take advantage in the 1st slot, and when you can, hugely beneficial. And because he's buffing, I would definitely give him the additionals to take advantage of his super attack and his defense raising, because he's not really going to get too much, right? So, but let's talk more about his passive now. So on his passive, he's attack and defense 150%. He's raising attack and defense up to 100% depending on your remaining HP. Basically, less HP equals more defense, more HP equals more attack. This is basically just like a 30% increase from what he had before, and that was basically the gist of his passive. Now they've added a lot to his passive. He is now key 1 up to 5, and he gets attack and defense 10% up to 50% per extreme class ally on the team. You're pretty much, it's pretty much a free 50%. I don't see any reason you'd be running them on anything other than extreme types, so it's pretty much a given 50%. He also changes tech key spheres to rainbow key spheres with another space traveling warriors category ally attacking in the same turn, and he gives attack and defense to himself with 5 or more key spheres obtained up to 50%. So pretty good with the rainbow orb changing. It's going to be pretty easy to get that 5 or more key spheres, and the rainbow orb changing will also hugely benefit the teams he's on, right? This guy is on a lot of good teams, right? He's on resurrected, well, okay, maybe that's not a good team, but he's on movie bosses, he's on terrifying conquerors, he's on space traveling warriors, like 2 really big teams led by one of the best units in the game, right? The LR Final Form Cooler leading Terrifying Conquerors, and there's a pretty huge crossover of Terrifying Conquerors and Space Traveling Warriors, right? So it's going to be really easy to pop off his passive to get the extra buff, and his rainbow orb change is also going to hugely benefit this team, right? You look at a lot of the characters here, there's a lot of LRs, right? You have the LR Final Form Cooler, you have the LR Turles, who would greatly benefit from the rainbow orbs to be able to get his 24 key. LR Final Form Cooler, or not Cooler, Frieza here definitely needs help getting his 18 key. If you're running him, that's definitely going to be helpful. Golden Frieza, not so much, but then again, we have no idea when this guy is coming to global. JP's had him for a while now, but you know, he doesn't need any help in the key department. Let's see. Baby doesn't really need any help, but a lot of these others do need help. The STR Frieza kind of needs some help. Both of these, even the free-to-play one, needs some help. The LR Metal Cooler usually needs some help getting his 18 key, at least at first, right? Once he gets built up, it's a little bit easier, but at first he can kind of struggle. So it's definitely helpful to have a Rainbow Orb Changer for a lot of these teams, right? Movie bosses as well, right? The Janemba can use some help getting his 18 key along. I don't know why you'd ever run this guy, but he needs help getting his 18 key. So the Rainbow Orbs can help these teams, the movie bosses, the Terrifying Conquerors. So definitely a huge benefit for him as a unit to have that. So as far as, you know, fitting onto these teams, I think you could find a good place for him, especially on the Terrifying Conquerors, because there is a pretty huge crossover of Terrifying Conquerors and Space Traveling Warriors, right? You've got the Turles, you've got the Ginyu, you've got the Coolers, both of them the final form and the STR Cooler. You've got the Frieza, you've got the Great Ape Vegeta, obviously BOUJACK himself, the AGL Turles. I mean, basically this entire category here is all Space Traveling Warriors. There's a huge crossover between the two, so getting his passive up is not going to be a problem. Realistically, you do want to be running this guy next to the STR Bojack, right? They are going to share most of their links together, and honestly, the STR Bojack's still not that bad. He's starting to show signs of aging, but can still be pretty good, and when paired together with the INT Bojack buffing the STR Bojack, it's going to make him look pretty darn good. And who knows, with INT Bojack getting his EZA and the fact that they were willing to jump so far ahead and EZA the STR Cooler, who knows? Maybe STR Bojack is on his way to an EZA sometime soon. But don't get your hopes up. But just food for thought. So definitely a good combo, and even if you don't run them together, still going to be pretty easy to take advantage of his full passive. And like I said, because he's one of those units that buffs allies on their super tech, when you can actually pull off the slot 1 buff, going to be hugely beneficial to the rotation. Now, next question, when is this guy coming to Dokkan Battle? This is for JP, so we just scroll on over to the JP Dokkan wiki. We take a look at the upcoming cards, and it looks like he's going to be releasing on the 6th of December, so roughly 1 day, 21 hours of the time me recording this video. So get ready for him. I would definitely say that if you are on JP, start link leveling him. If you haven't already, get him ready, because I could definitely see some play with him, even if he's not the best LR EZA, like I think compared to like the Rose Masu, or like even the STR Frieza. He may not be the best, but overall I still think he's going to be a good EZA, and definitely someone you could find a fit for on LR Cooler's team, especially if you're still struggling with like Cell Max or something. Having that extra power from an INT type buffing the team would definitely be helpful. So anyways, guys, that is my final thoughts on the LR Bojack EZA coming to JP Dokkan here in just about a day and a half. If you guys liked this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what do you think of Bojack's EZA? Do you think he's good? Do you think he's up to par? Or do you think they could have done a lot more with him? I personally think he's just right. I think he'll do just fine. He may not be the best, but he will be pretty good for what he is. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.